Hello and welcome to another edition of the Vodcast. I'm Mark Caesar with Ed Clements and Sergeant Sam. Guys, let's talk about mlé-idage.
Pardon me?
Mlé-idage.
Got me.
I'm not sure what that is.
I'm drawing a blank.
That is Jade Helm backwards.
Oh, good grief. How long did it take you to figure that one out?
And that's just part of the mystery surrounding these exercises by U.S. Special Operations Forces. And now it's also turned into a political war.
Yeah.
With a former state representative blistering Governor Greg Abbott for telling the Texas State Guard to monitor Jade Helm when they're conducting their exercises here in Texas. Ed, the state representative who spent 16 years in the legislature, Representative Smith from Euless, says that all of these people who are questioning Jade Helm, complaining about it, are stone-cold idiots, and they're embarrassing the state of Texas.
Well, I do think they're embarrassing the state of Texas, Mark, because this is a military thing they're doing this summer, and never in my life have I heard people go crazy about a military maneuver. I guess gone are the days when we support the troops 100%, when we believe in special ops. People are getting their information from the damnedest places, Mark, from the most uncredible people in the world about this, and people are in a state of flux about this. And I'm a big fan of Greg Abbott. I voted for the man. I admire him, but I'm scratching my head on why he's taking this stand to send Texas officials to monitor this situation.
To keep an eye on the Navy SEALs and the Green Berets.
Keep on those crazy Navy SEALs. You don't know what they're going to do.
You know, I totally disagree with you, and that comes as no shock to our listeners on a daily basis. And I'm not going to put Greg Abbott down one bit. It's nothing more than is information that we're seeking. And I really feel like after getting, this is not off some crazy website. This comes directly from an individual in law enforcement that works on the border. And I asked him directly, I said, does ISIS have a camp outside of El Paso? And he said, yes.
Sam, that is so unsubstantiated. Sam, please
now, all right,
stop
where do you get your information? Where do you get your information?
Well, there was a story from Angela Kacharis of KVU News on this same subject last week, and she investigated that because she had heard all this.
Did she go to Mexico?
She went to Mexico. She's their Mexican reporter, and said this is totally, totally false because if anybody non-Mexican shows up and starts a camp, the local people are going to know it.
Some of these reporters don't report on the cartel anymore either, do they? For the simple reason they get their head blown off or chopped off or hung from a overpass.
When it comes to Jade Helm, what is the essence of your suspicion?
My essence is, and it's not that the military is doing anything wrong. They're following orders. My suspicion is that we've got a problem. We know for a fact the Border Patrol has been telling us that other than Mexicans have been streaming across the border, MS-13, other suspected individuals that might be they've caught people that speak fluent Spanish of Middle Eastern descent.
Let me interrupt. What's that got to do with Jade Helm?
Well, all I'm saying is that and this is the real crutch, and I've come to the conclusion that ISIS is going to try to make some headway in the U.S. by causing, damnation and destruction, and that they have infiltrated in. We know that there's some private cells all across the U.S., some secret cells, and the special ops is getting ready if they can get enough information to take them out. But they don't want anybody to know about it. That's why you have when you don't have enough information, then you give people you give them the right to speculate.
But all week on the radio, you have been supporting listeners who say that they fear the Special Operations Forces, that good, regular Austin residents, Central Texas residents, Texas citizens are fearful of our own special forces. Why?
Well, one of the reasons is that I honestly and truly believe that there is what they call a red list. There's people that are on that list that are considered dissidents, and distractors, and people that are far right-wing Christians. We've heard it from a lot of the far left that these are the people we need to fear. These are the people, and you can ask Army personnel who's been in service training where they were told that these are the people we need to watch out for.
You do need to. You need to watch out.
So
for people
Jade Helm,
on both extremes.
you fear me?
Jade Helm, then you say, is a precursor for the U.S. military rounding up Christians and political conservatives and gun owners?
Or what they call political dissidents. It could be. It absolutely could be.
Has he persuaded you, Ed?
No, I'm sorry, Sam.
But
I just
see,
don't
you-
share that.
you put
I
me
don't
in that
share
classification.
feeling. No.
Yeah, you
Sam,
do.
I think the
I'm
ones
far
that
right wing.
But you are
I'm a
not
Christian.
a nutty militia guy with a lot of guns who is threatened, say, I'm going to take over this, or you don't have militia training and that sort of thing.
No, you
you're
can't
just-
justify that statement because what I contend is that there's individuals out there that believe in the Constitution, will adhere to the Constitution, and you hear all over the place that veterans are having their guns taken away merely because, and this comes from their own lips, I took some antidepressants when I got back from overseas, and now I can't buy a gun. I can't own a gun. I'm put on that list.
Ed, with Governor Abbott ordering the Texas State Guard to monitor Jade Helm, has he now created the impression in the minds of opponents and the skeptics that he will take action against the military if they get out of line in some fashion during Jade Helm?
I guess I just hope and pray it's just lip service to the right wing when the governor issued that statement, because
You know what?
this thing is so crazy and so far out.
Well,
and so
they're
misleading.
not going to be satisfied with lip service.
Oh, I know they're not. They're going to want
They
observation.
are saying this is the Constitution that's at stake
Yes,
here.
it is. Do you trust our commander in chief?
I do
what?
trust the commander in chief. I don't agree with a lot of his because I think he's an American. I trust our governor. Yeah.
As we see our economy and our way of life going down the tube, and you say you trust him?
The economy, Sam, is at record levels. The stock market's at record highs.
What was our progress? Less than 0.2%?
That was a bad report this week. Sam.
Yeah.
But
But
listen
they
to
keep
you.
saying the economy's
Listen
on
to you
fire.
that the military is going to take over people, and we're going to have posse comitatus.
you're
we're going
not
to have
addressing my
we're going to
problem.
have camps.
I still ask you.
I don't
I can-
agree with the president's policy, Sam.
Yeah.
But I know you don't like the guy. You never have liked the guy, and this is
No,
all
wait a minute.
spurned
I gave
because
him a
people
chance.
hate Obama, and anything he does, they're going to hate it.
All right.
That's going to do it. You know?
That'll have to do it
Tune
for
in
now.
if you want to hear some more of this.
Yes.
There you go.
We'll cover this in an ongoing basis on the radio. Mark Ed and Sergeant Sam, 5:30 to 10 every weekday. And you can share your comments right now on the Mark Ed and Sergeant Sam Facebook page. Thanks for joining us on this edition of the vodcast. Have an FM.